this disease is not to be taken lightly and not to be taken for granted at all, because especially people with underlying conditions like myself. This was incredibly challenging, and I had to dig incredibly deep to be able to recover from this. And this is where my mind took over and really pulled me through. My name's Gavin Biggs. I'm from Port Elizabeth in the Eastern Cape. I'm a father of two, and I'm a husband, and I'm a business owner in Port Elizabeth, the owner of a business called City Paint and Tool. The 2nd of June was my date of infection, Tuesday the 2nd of June, and on Friday the 5th of June, I showed my first symptoms of the disease, and that was severe headaches and sore body and sore joints. My first date of infection, it was actually from something as simple as touching a chair that in consulting doctors' consulting rooms, and got back into my vehicle and took my mask off. And at the time of taking my mask off, I must have touched my mouth, and it was as easy as that, as getting the infection. I'm a chronic asthmatic, and but I'm incredibly fit. Once I left the doctor's rooms on the Monday, the 8th of June, he diagnosed me with bronchitis. My doctor said, you then proceed to go and be tested at the drive-through testing facility. After my testing on the Thursday, I returned home. Then on the Friday morning, I had contacted my doctor again to explain to him that I was completely out of breath. Immediately then booked a room for me at the hospital, admitted me into Greenacres Hospital Netcare in Port Elizabeth. At 6 o'clock on Friday evening, my GP phoned me with the results and phoned me to tell me that I had tested positive for COVID. It was the first time that I realized that I was at risk, because I was really struggling with my breathing at that stage, and I was already on a nebulizer to try and stabilize my breathing. The hospital was nothing short of almost a war zone, something that was you could see it was a pandemic. I was admitted to hospital on the 12th of June, and on the 18th of June, my doctor then informed me that I had met the criteria of the CDC, which was the COVID Disaster Center, to be able to be released from hospital. I was incredibly emotional just to get the card that I could return home. Obviously, I hadn't seen my family. I hadn't seen my friends or anybody for a number of days. I think for the first time in 7 or 8 days, I was able to drop my guard at home, to understand that I'd overcome the disease and that I could integrate back with my family. My advice to a lot of people out there is that this disease is very real. South Africa has been under lockdown now probably for close on 100 days, and we all need social interaction and social well-being. But at the moment, from what I've experienced, I would highly encourage all my friends, my family, and people, especially people who are vulnerable and who have underlying diseases and underlying conditions, that they be extremely careful of any social gatherings and really follow the protocols that have been set out for us, with using masks, and hand sanitization. I cannot stress that enough.